Welcome to About Mansfield. It's your audio newspaper. I'm Steve Casillo, broadcasting from the Somark Studios, along with the About Mansfield news team. Colleen Daniel, she's out there in Studio West. This is the November 12th, 2025, 297th edition. Coming up, it's Mansfield News, Talk, and Information.
And a little later in the episode, you will have a chance to win a $25 gift card to a Mansfield restaurant of your choice with our Mansfield Trivia Question, courtesy of Joe Jenkins Insurance.
Let's take a look at the stories we're covering this week.
Mansfield ISD seeks superintendent search input through town hall meetings.
Mayor Michael Evans recaps Monday's dual city council meeting in a moment with the mayor.
Veteran Artists Exhibit opens in downtown Mansfield.
City of Mansfield to host Public Works Open House.
And in the talk segment, we will talk with Texas Health Hospital's Chief Operations Officer, Carine Moura. We are Mansfield's only source for news, talk, and information. This is About Mansfield.
Hey there, it's Luke from Cool Hand Electric. Are you tired of dealing with plugs or lights that just won't cooperate? Well, don't fret. Give us a call. Worried about power outages or surges damaging your precious electronics? We've got you covered. Whether it's a whole house generator or surge protection, our solution-oriented Cool Hands are ready to tailor the perfect option that suits your needs and budget. At Cool Hand Electric, excellence is still cool.
Cool Hand, Cool Hand, Cool Hand, where excellence is still cool.
Looking for a night out that's anything but ordinary? Step into Vault Seafood and Steakhouse, Mansfield's premier upscale dining experience. Savor perfectly aged steaks, fresh seafood, and handcrafted cocktails, all served in a stunning atmosphere. Want more? Enjoy private dining rooms and a cigar lounge for that extra touch of luxury. Vault delivers exceptional flavor in a one-of-a-kind atmosphere. Located at Matlock and Country Club, Vault Seafood and Steakhouse. Unforgettable nights. Unmatched taste.
Hi, I'm Carine Moura. I'm the COO at Texas Health Mansfield, and you're listening to About Mansfield.
Welcome back to About Mansfield. This portion of the news is brought to you by Vault Seafood and Steakhouse.
Mansfield ISD is asking for community input as the district searches for its next superintendent. The Board of Trustees has announced 5 in-person town hall meetings in November for staff, parents, and community members. Town hall meeting locations include Timberview High School on Wednesday, November 12th, Mansfield High School on Thursday, November 13th, Summit High on Monday the 17th, Lake Ridge High on Wednesday the 19th, and Legacy High School on Friday, November 21st. All in-person meetings begin at 6:30 p.m. in each of the 5 schools' auditoriums. An online town hall webinar will take place Tuesday, December 2nd, starting at 6:30 p.m. Details on how to participate will be provided at a later date. Spanish translation will be offered at each in-person event. All meetings are open to the public. JG Consulting is the search firm assisting the district, and they will shape the candidate profile for the job posting based on the community feedback.
The Mansfield City Council held a regularly scheduled meeting on Monday evening. The following opinions, those of Michael Evans, may not necessarily reflect those of the Mansfield City Council, as we do every other Tuesday morning. Top of the morning, Mayor Michael Evans.
Top of the morning to you, my friend.
And, let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Monday night, it was a double dose of meetings, and you started with the Park and Rec.
Yes, we normally hold 2 meetings a month. We held both November meetings to accommodate community members and staff members, those who will be traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday. And we did start with our outstanding award-winning Parks and Recreation group. So what we did was we reviewed the 2020 Parks and Recreation Master Plan. We are nearing some big wows. I think people in the community, they see them. You've got Geyer Commons that's coming online. You've got the Veterans Memorial at Julian Field Park. You've got Catherine Rose Memorial Park. I mean, you see what that's looking like, and that's just phase number 1. And you know what, my friend? I am proud to report that we're making our parks even better with more opportunities to gather, more opportunities for us to grow and to play, and also just to focus on our athletic fields, our playgrounds, expanding the trails, because we know that our Parks and Recreation team, they are number 1. They've received 3 Texas Recreation and Park Society Regional Awards. And let's try to say all of that in one setting. But they did all of that. But they are quite exceptional.
Absolutely. You know, we are recording this on Tuesday, November 11th. It is Veterans Day, but the Veterans Day Parade has already happened.
You know what? It was one of the best that we've had. We want to also just let all of our veterans know that we appreciate and thank them for their service and for those who are presently serving on active and reserve duty. Now, what we did the other night was we actually recognized some award winners from the Veterans Day Parade and the salute. So let me just do a shout out. I want to congratulate our winners in the Best Float competition, which was Methodist Mansfield Medical Center. They got third place. Bethlehem Baptist, their Veterans Ministry, got second. And the number one spot this year is being held by the Mansfield Veterans Memorial Foundation. They are number one. We had great JROTC students out there. Summit High School received third place. We even had North Crowley High School that was there. They received second, and Mansfield High School, they won first place. So it was just a joy to be out there. The weather was outstanding, and we celebrate the veterans in our community. And you're right. This is Veterans Day. So again, thank you all for your service, sacrifice, and commitment to our community and to the freedoms that we have.
Absolutely. The shops at Broad is back in the news.
The shops at Broad are back in the news. They were in the news about 2 months ago. So what we did was we just added some cement to it. We finalized it. So we approved an economic development agreement with the shops, and this agreement is going to ensure continued development of the shopping center. That's going to bring more folks to this destination, and we hope they will continue to invest in our community, because when they invest, it helps us to maintain the quality of services that we have. So, folks, Stay tuned for Total Wine, Barnes & Noble, Old Navy, DSW Shoes, and the list goes on. I didn't even mention the new restaurants, but all of that is coming to the shops at Broad, right there at Broad and 287.
There you go. 9, count them, 9 consent agenda items.
Yes, sir. And guess what, my friend? You know,
Tell me the sexy ones.
Well, I can't help you this time. None of them were sexy, because most of them were operational items, and these were primarily just updates on regulatory compliance policies. It's not sexy, but it's safe. I mean, it helps to keep our community safe. So, those are the things that we talked about on the other night. And, Steve, I just want to wish everybody a safe and a wonderful holiday. Think about it. We really do have a lot to be thankful for. I thank people for giving me the opportunity to serve in the people's seat as the mayor.
You did 2 meetings Monday evening because you're taking the week of Thanksgiving off.
That is correct.
Also, a note to the listeners, we at About Mansfield will also be taking the week of Thanksgiving off, so there'll be no episode because there's no city council to report on.
That's right. There will be no city council meetings to report on.
December 5th, talk about what's coming up.
Yes, we have hometown holidays on December the 5th. It's going to be great. We've got the tree lighting taking place. And guess what? The fireworks are back.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. So, folks, y'all come out starting at around about 5 o'clock. We're going to hang out, and we're going to have a great time on that December 5th, Friday night in Mansfield, Texas at City Hall.
That is Mayor Michael Evans. That is a moment with the mayor. Mr. Mayor, as I always say, go forth, prosper, have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in a month.
You too, sir.
A new art exhibition in downtown Mansfield is showcasing the work of local veteran artists. The display features a room dedicated to each branch of military service, with several artists sharing recorded interviews available at interactive kiosks. Some of the featured artists have gained international recognition. Representative Chris Turner's office attended the opening reception in support of the event. The Veteran Arts Exhibition is open now through November 22nd, and the community is invited to attend.
The City of Mansfield will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Chris W. Burkett Service Center with a free, family-friendly open house on Saturday, November 15th. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 620 South Wisteria Street. The event offers a behind-the-scenes look at the city's Public Works Department, featuring live demonstrations such as water main break repairs, pipe tapping, and a fire hydrant take-apart. Visitors can also see Mansfield's leak detection dog, River, in action, along with a paint can crusher demonstration and mosquito control display. Additional activities include tours, equipment exhibits, giveaways, and a touch-a-truck zone showcasing city vehicles. Registration is free and available online for updates and parking information. Visit the city website for more information. The regular season of Friday Night Lights has wrapped up. We'll talk about it because sports is next.
Hungry for bold flavor and a good time? Head on over to El Primo's to enjoy sizzling fajitas and their signature blue margarita. Enjoy weekend live entertainment and let the kids run wild with an outdoor play area and arcade. Planning a party? Multiple private rooms are available, including the all-new Parrot's Nest to make your event a success. Food, fun, and flavor for the whole family at El Primo's. Visit elprimos.net and bring your appetite. Located at Matlock and Country Club. El Primo's, where the locals go.
Mansfield Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, and Air is a family-owned local service provider with over 20 years of experience. Servicing Mansfield and surrounding areas, we offer expert plumbing, electrical, heating, and air solutions focused on quality workmanship, customer satisfaction, fair pricing, and guaranteed results for homes and businesses.
Call 817-473-8888. Mansfield Plumbing's never second rate.
In sports, 3 of the 5 MISD football teams played in the final week of the regular season this past weekend. Let's take a look at the scores. Lake Ridge pounded Boswell 69-34. Summit was nipped by Seguin 23-22, and your Mansfield Tigers defeated Weatherford 55-41. It's the end of the regular season. The MISD records stand at Lake Ridge with 8-2, Timberview 7-3, Summit 6-4, your Mansfield Tigers at 5-5. Legacy rounds out the season at 4-6. Summit and Legacy did not qualify for the playoffs. And speaking of, this week, it's week 1 of the playoffs, the by-district round. Friday night action includes Lake Ridge against Trinity at Newsom Stadium, 7 p.m. Timberview hosts Anna at R.L. Anderson, 7:30 p.m., while your Mansfield Tigers travel to Northwest Stadium in Justin to take on Byron Nelson at 7 p.m. Taking a look at the highs and lows from around the state, the highest scoring game in high school football in Week 10. Blackwell topped Trent 79-24. The lowest scoring game in the state, well, it's a tie. Port Lavaca Calhoun beat Bay City, and Clifton downed Brady, both with a score of 7-6. The biggest goose egg in the state, we head down to the Gulf, where Gregory Portland pummeled Corpus Christi King 78-0. And that, my friends, is a look at sports. This coming Saturday, November 15th, is National Drummer Day, a day dedicated to the people who keep the beat, hold the band together, and somehow make counting to 4 sound really cool. Drummers are the backbone of every great song, the heartbeat that makes you tap your foot, nod your head, and the occasionally air drum at the stoplight when you think no one's watching. From jazz to rock to marching bands, they're out there sweating behind the kit while the lead singer gets all the attention and the fan mail. So Saturday, if you know a drummer, tell them you appreciate their rhythm, their timing, and their uncanny ability to haul 37 pieces a gig to every gear. Because without drummers, the rest of us would just be standing around awkwardly, clapping on 1 and 3. You know who you are.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Coming up after the break, we turn the page to the features section.
I'm Angel Biasatti, and today we're talking about something we all love, sleep. In Methodist Mansfield, News to Know.
Hi, I'm Todd Cleveland, and this week we're going to find out how to get free AC equipment, free water heaters, free generators from your home service provider on Home Services Advice of the Week.
In this week's Cocktail of the Week, it's bold, it's warming, and it's guaranteed to get the whole team back to the huddle.
We are Mansfield's only source for news, talk, and information. I'm Colleen Daniel, and this is About Mansfield.
This portion of the news was brought to you by El Primo's, where the locals go.
Hey there, it's Luke from Cool Hand Electric. Are you tired of dealing with plugs or lights that just won't cooperate? Well, don't fret. Give us a call. Worried about power outages or surges damaging your precious electronics? We've got you covered. Whether it's a whole house generator or surge protection, our solution-oriented Cool Hands are ready to tailor the perfect option that suits your needs and budget. At Cool Hand Electric, excellence is still cool.
Cool hand, cool hand, cool hand, where excellence is still cool.
At Methodist Mansfield Medical Center, we've been caring for our home team for over 15 years. Today, you'll find award-winning physicians on the medical staff, advanced neurosurgery, a level 3 trauma center, critical care for newborns, and comprehensive orthopedic care. Methodist Mansfield, delivering the care our friends, neighbors, and home team depend on. That's community, and why so many people trust Methodist.
Congratulations to our latest trivia winner, Carolyn Rose, who knew that the current chief of police for the Mansfield Police Department is Tracy Aaron. When we come back, this week's trivia question. I'm Colleen Daniel, and this is About Mansfield.
Hi, this is Joe Jenkins with Joe Jenkins Farmers Insurance, specializing in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. I was born and raised here in Mansfield, Texas. We're active in the community, and Mansfield's a town we really care about. Our office has over 30 years experience in the insurance industry, and we're passionate about what we do and about customer service. For a free quote, please visit our website at joejenkinsinsurance.com or give us a call at 817-472-6058. Once again, that website is joejenkinsinsurance.com.
It is time right here, right now for the highly coveted, wildly popular About Mansfield Trivia Question. If you are the first person to email the correct answer to trivia@aboutmansfield.com, you will receive a $25 gift card to a Mansfield restaurant of your choice. It's brought to you by Joe Jenkins Insurance. Whether you're looking for homeowners, auto, commercial, or any other type of insurance, Joe has helped Mansfield area residents understand the insurance coverage that best fit their needs since 2010. You can find him on the internet at joejenkinsinsurance.com. Colleen, it's your turn.
Well, Steve, last week's trivia question referred to our current chief of police. This week's trivia question is, who was Mansfield's first police chief? Email your answer to trivia@aboutmansfield.com. Again, who was the first chief of police to serve the city of Mansfield? Good luck, and thanks to Joe Jenkins Insurance for the gift card.
Hi, I'm Washima Huck, Executive Director of Texas Trust Gives Foundation, and you're listening to About Mansfield.
Welcome back to About Mansfield, your audio newspaper. Let's open up the features section. Angel Biasatti is here to talk about the benefits of a healthy sleep pattern in Methodist Mansfield News to Know. Angel?
We all know that feeling of waking up groggy and wishing for just one more hour in bed. But did you know that not getting enough sleep, or even sleeping too much, can affect your heart, your brain, your energy, and your mood? Yep, sleep is serious business. But that doesn't mean learning how to do it well cannot be fun. The goal is to hit your sleep sweet spot. Ideally, experts tell us 6 to 8 hours each night is what they suggest. Hit it right, and you'll wake up refreshed, focused, and ready to take on the day. Miss it, and you'll risk everything from low energy to long-term health issues like heart disease and memory problems. So how do you hit your sleep sweet spot? Here's some simple, expert-backed tips to help you sleep like a pro. Eat and drink wisely before bed. Skip that late caffeine and those heavy meals. A light snack is okay, but avoid anything that will keep your stomach or your mind awake. Stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body's internal clock will thank you. Skip alcohol as a sleep aid. Sure, it might make you drowsy, but it disrupts the quality of your sleep. Try a warm bath, gentle stretching, or meditation instead. Ditch those sleep-inhibiting lights. Reading before bed, perfect. But avoid tablets and phones. that emit blue light. It tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Block out disturbances. Light or noise can ruin your sleep. Use blackout curtains, earplugs, white noise machines, or comfy sleep masks to create your ideal sleep bubble. Consider cognitive behavioral therapy if sleep problems persist. This therapy can help you break the habits and thought patterns that keep you tossing and turning. Sleep is not only about rest, it's about recharging your body and brain so you can tackle your day with energy, focus, and even a better mood. And remember, minor changes like adjusting caffeine, adjusting lights, and your schedule can have a big impact. For more wellness tips and resources, visit MethodistHealthSystem.org. That's Methodist Mansfield News to Know, reminding you to sleep smart, hit your sweet spot, and wake up ready to shine. I'm Angel Biasatti, reporting for the About Mansfield podcast.
Todd Cleveland offers tips on how your new AC unit can save you a ton of money in the Home Services Advice of the Week. Todd?
On this week's Home Services Advice of the Week, we're going to talk about rebates that the actual home services companies get on equipment. So first, pro tip. We as home service companies, we sell equipment all year long. And Mansfield Plumbing, Electrical, Heating and Air specifically, we sell HVAC equipment. We sell water heaters. We sell generators. We sell all sorts of things. Well, at the end of the year, our manufacturers are looking to repay us for all the work we've given them, all the things we've bought for them. And how they do that is they give us really good deals on equipment, or they give us equipment. So we'll have, they'll say, oh, here's an extra 20 water heaters for free, and we'll stick them in our warehouse. Well, a lot of companies do that, especially with AC equipment. We get, some of these companies, bigger companies, will get a couple $100,000 worth of free AC equipment that they turn around and they sell, and they make just that much more profit. So this time of year, especially for HVAC companies, is when you get the best deals on AC installs. With Mansfield Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, Air specifically, we have great deals on generators, we have great deals on water heaters, and we have great deals on equipment. So, give us a call, or give your any home service company a call. They're willing to wheel and deal this time of year because it's kind of slow for HVAC guys. So this is the time to do that. So that's your pro tip of the week. Get yourself a AC unit for Christmas at a great deal.
Call 817-473-8888. Mansfield Plumbing's never second rate.
Thank you, Todd. And a note to our listeners, this is usually where we do the segment 40 Under 40. Well, we are doubling up this time, taking part of that interview as part of the long-form talk segment. Later in the episode, we will be talking with Texas Health Hospital's Chief Operations Officer and Vice President Carine Moura.
Shaken or stirred, you know it's going to be good, as Brian Certain serves up a drink that's like when spiced rum gets a fall wardrobe in this week's Cocktail of the Week. Brian.
Welcome to this week's Cocktail of the Week, part of our November series. Touchdown Toast is a collection of game day ready cocktails that go from tailgate to Thanksgiving table without missing a beat. Today's cocktail, the Gridiron Grog, is a fall-inspired rum punch that brings together spiced fruit, baking spices, and just enough brightness to keep things moving between plays. It's built for batching, but good enough to stand on its own when it's just you and a single glass. So the ingredients, we need 1.5 ounces of a good spiced rum. You need 1 ounce of a pear nectar, 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, 1/2 ounce of cinnamon simple syrup, and I'll give you the recipe in a minute, 2 ounces of club soda or a dry ginger beer if you want a little more spice, and then garnish will be a pear slice, a cinnamon stick, or a star anise pod. So instructions first on how to make the cinnamon simple syrup. You're going to combine a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of water, and 2 cinnamon sticks. Bring it all together, bring it to a boil, drop in the cinnamon sticks, bring in the sugar, and then lower the temperature and simmer for 10 minutes, cool, and then strain into a collection. To build the cocktail, in a shaker, you're going to combine the spiced rum, the pear nectar, the lime juice, and the cinnamon syrup with ice. Shake well. You want it well incorporated 15 to 20 seconds, or if you're using a metal shaker until your hand starts to hurt. Then you're going to strain into a rocks or a highball glass over fresh ice. Top with club soda or ginger beer, and then garnish with either a pear slice, a cinnamon stick, or the star anise if you're feeling showy. It's spicy, it's slightly sweet, and the pear gives you that mellow fruitness that plays nicely with the rum. Easy to drink, hard to forget. Little trivia. Grog originally referred to a diluted rum drink served to British sailors in the 1700s. Part hydration, part morale boost, and a whole lot of improvisation. Today, grog means just a loosely structured rum punch, and that's what this version trades cannonballs for touchdowns. Fun fact, pear nectar is one of the most underused fall ingredients in cocktails. It's rich, it's slightly floral, and brings a soft sweetness without tipping the balance. But as always, I'm open to hear your take and your input. You can reach me at brian@bourbongospel.com. And until next week, as Mark Twain said, too much of anything is bad, but too much whiskey is barely enough. Reporting for the About Mansfield podcast, I'm Brian Certain.
We're back in 60 seconds with Steve's interview with Texas Health Hospital's Chief Operations Officer, Carine Moura.
Imagine a city where innovation knows no bounds, where dreams take flight, and the future unfolds before your very eyes. Welcome to Mansfield, a beacon of growth and a testament to vision. In the heart of Mansfield, a remarkable transformation is underway. But it's not just about the physical landscape. It's about the spirit that drives us forward, a spirit of collaboration that bridges cultures, a spirit of entrepreneurship that fuels prosperity, and a spirit of community that binds us as one. Mansfield is more than just a place. It's a canvas where diversity paints the picture of progress. From art festivals that ignite creativity to tech hubs that redefine boundaries, this city celebrates every voice, every passion. Mansfield, where growth knows no limits and the vision is limitless. Brought to you by the unstoppable spirit of the Mansfield Economic Development Corporation.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Rose. You are listening to About Mansfield.
The Mansfield Business Alliance recently released their 40 under 40 list. Now, these are 40 people either at or under the age of 40. It's the next level of the next generation of leaders here in Mansfield. They are executives, they're CEOs, they're entrepreneurs, and in this case, a vice president and a chief operations officer. And we'll get into that. My guest is a seasoned healthcare executive currently serving, as mentioned, vice president and COO of Texas Health Hospital Mansfield. With roots in marketing and strategy roles, she has progressed into operational leadership within the Texas health system, demonstrating a strong focus on patient-centered care, quality, growth, and personalization of service. She emphasizes mentorship, engagement with clinician partners, and intentional design of systems and services in rapidly growing hospital campus setting. Carine Moura, long time no see, but welcome to About Mansfield.
Thank you so much for having me, Steve. I appreciate you.
You're a 40 under 40.
I am.
And oh, by the way, to the listeners, this is a 2-for-1 interview because, well, in full disclosure, I don't have a guest book for next week and the week of November 12th. So you're it. You're it. And so you get the long form interview and the 40 under 40 all in one. We'll kind of incorporate
awesome.
A little bit of both. I'm not hearing for as long as I've known you. You don't have a Texas accent.
I don't.
So where are y'all from?
Well, so that's a tricky question that I'm more than happy to answer.
Okay.
But I grew up. I'm a preacher's kid.
Okay.
So moving was very a very normal part of our lives, right? So I spent my first 10 years living in Brazil. So grew up and only spoke Portuguese until I was 10. And then my dad was called to be a pastor in West Palm Beach, Florida when I was 10. So we moved. So when it comes to my family, we grew up speaking Portuguese, but my mom's actually Italian. So that's where my first name comes from. It's actually not Karen, it's Carine. So it's an Italian name. And again, like I think that my accent is really a mixture of so many places that I've been. I have lived in Tennessee and New York and Georgia and Florida. So it's a really hard one to point out.
So what was it like then moving from Brazil to America? You're 10 years old. You're now moving not only, you're not moving across town, you're moving into a new country.
Yes.
And you don't speak the language.
I don't. To be honest with you, when my parents told me that we were moving to Florida, my first thought was, I'm going to live close to Disney. So I wasn't really worried. I was actually excited to come.
Yeah.
And for me growing up, I was a very social kid. So it didn't terrify me until I walked into my 5th grade classroom. And, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, and that was the first time in my life that I attended public school. And it was an awesome public school, and it was a magnet program in West Palm Beach. And I would tell you, I was just scared because I could hear people talking. I just didn't understand what they were saying.
Oh, sure.
But I was very blessed to have a wonderful teacher. And what's awesome about, the program that I grew up in West Palm Beach is that they had a great ESOL program. So I was able to really get on my feet around 6 months. So I felt like, me and my brother, I have a little brother, we were just speaking English in less than a year, and we were really able to adapt. So,
They say that English is one of the most difficult languages to learn because of all of the GH is silent, and the I before E and all that. So you were speaking English fluently in 6 months?
Yeah, I feel like I'm still learning how to speak fluently, to be honest with you. I mean, you can talk to anybody at my job and they're like, what did you just try saying? And I'm like, you know what? Bear with me. Honestly, I have lived here for over 20 years, so I don't have that excuse anymore.
My excuse has always been, I'm not from around here.
There we go.
That's it. I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not from around here. I've only been here 21 years. So.
No, yeah. So that's how the accent really came to be. But been very blessed to have experienced so many different cultures, and not only outside of the country, but other states here in America as well. So. You
moved from Florida. How long were you in Florida?
So I was in Florida for 4 years, and then okay, this is going to be crazy, but I went to boarding school for high school.
Okay.
So my parents and we packed my bags, and I went to boarding school in Calhoun, Georgia.
Calhoun, Georgia.
Calhoun, Georgia. That's north of Atlanta. Had the best experience. So moved there, did 4 years of high school. And then through those years, my dad got called to be a pastor in New York. So then my family moved to New York. And then for college, I went to a school in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
So let's back up then. New York City?
Long Island.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just off the out of Manhattan.
Yeah.
How long were you in Long Island?
So my parents lived there for 9 years, but obviously since I was in college, that I wasn't there full time, right? I was coming back for summers and spring break. But yeah, total of 9 years.
Would you, and then back to Chattanooga,
Tennessee.
For college?
College.
Which college?
It's called Southern Adventist University, and it's a Seventh-day Adventist college. Yeah.
And you majored in, let me guess, marketing?
No.
Advertising?
No.
Journalism?
Ooh, okay. I wish. It would have helped a lot. No, I actually majored in business management. I wasn't quite sure what sector of business I wanted to work in yet. So with my degree, I was actually able to get exposed to a lot, and that was very helpful for me.
What are people doing on Friday nights in Chattanooga?
Well, we do a lot of things outdoors. So a bonfire is probably going on this weekend for sure over there. There's nothing like listening to country music on a Friday night with friends, bonding around a fire, eating marshmallows. So that's probably one of my best memories during college, is hanging out with friends outdoors and hiking.
Country music, I believe, was founded in Tennessee.
Nashville, probably, right?
No, Bristol.
Oh, Okay.
Bristol, way up in the northeast corner.
I had no idea.
Is the home of country music. Are you a country music fan?
That's a trick question.
Yeah,
because,
it is. I'm full of trick questions.
Well, I think I'm a fan of pop country because when you talk about, some of the George Strait, I'm not that of a fan. But, you talk about Dan and Shay and Florida Georgia Line and other ones. I'm a big fan.
Like bro country?
Maybe? Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know. I don't listen to bro country. I have no idea what that means.
Maybe next time we'll have to listen to some songs.
Okay, good. We'll put up a little turntable right here on the table. You graduated from the university and started in your career.
I did.
Where'd you go?
Orlando, Florida.
Back to Florida.
Yes.
And Orlando, Florida. You finally got to move to a Disney city.
I did. It was full circle, huh? And never went to Disney my time there. So how odd.
Your first job. Then what was what?
So I worked, and it's the same company, Texas Health Mansfield is a joint venture with Advent Health and Texas Health. So I went and worked for Advent Health, and I was assigned to corporate, and I work in the strategy planning department. And what that entailed, I spent a lot of time with market research. We did a lot of marketing strategies, and it was a lot of corporate functions that we did there. And then funny enough, a few months into my job, my boss at the time told me, hey, they're opening a hospital in Mansfield, Texas.
You go, where's that?
I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. I looked it up and I was a little bit scared because, spending so much time in New York, I was like, okay, where am I moving to? But I was very happy with what the town offered. I mean, Mansfield's growing so much and I was just really excited to be a part of it. So they told me that the hospital was going to open in 2020. And they told me, hey, how about you go for 6 months and help this guy, Kenneth Rose, never met Kenneth Rose at the time, open a hospital. And then after you open the hospital, we'll bring you back. So that was 8 years ago. And here I am.
Kenneth Rose, and he's been on the show several times.
Yes.
And I remember him saying basically the same story, that he worked his way up through the Advent health system, became the president of Texas Health Mansfield. Now Chicago?
He's in Chicago, yes.
Would that be the Illinois
region?
Health? Okay.
So over there, it's actually fully, it's a partnership, but it's still an Advent Health fully facility. So it's called Advent Health.
So you studied, in a sense, under Kenneth Rose, worked your way up through the ranks. What was your first position when you came to Mansfield?
So when Mansfield opened, I was the manager of marketing. So my job was fully marketing, which is so interesting because we opened in the middle of 2020. So marketing was interesting,
Of course.
with COVID.
Of course.
I was also over events. There wasn't a ton of events going on at the time. So that made it very fun. But, I think I learned a lot throughout that period of time. I learned the importance of personal connections and relationships. I think that, there was a lot that we could do in bringing thousands of people on campus, but we learned that really reaching out and making those community connections was going to be what was going to make us successful.
Talk about, you were hired in 2020, right in the middle of COVID. What is a marketing person doing during COVID?
So I really had to learn digital. Right? So my world was really around social media, digital, a lot of understanding what we could do with geofencing and more of the marketing, more of the social media platforms around social media and also marketing. So I really spent my time doing that and really working with local agencies on ads, on understanding Facebook, Instagram, and what could we do with that. LinkedIn was a big thing as well. And then also partnering with my HR department on creating targeted ads for recruitment. We hire 400 people all at once. So how do we market to the community about the jobs that we're offering and what does it mean to work for Texas Health Mansfield?
Right.
So I really got to learn more of the digital world instead of being so split around, some of the things that I was going to do in the event space. I really had to learn the other side.
Going back to COVID, my guess is it was probably your most difficult part of your 8 years here.
Yeah.
The whole hospital was an emergency ward, was it not? I mean, basically, there was a point where you were running out of beds. Is that affecting what you're doing in marketing versus typical marketing in today's?
Right. Well, I'll tell you, when we opened, we definitely saw that surge, right, coming through the hospital, which we were happy to be there for the community as, offering more beds to take care of people. But then I think what was the hardest thing too is going from a really high census to when COVID kind of slowed down, us now having to pick up marketing to fill those beds up, right? Because what really happened during COVID is that we had to shut down some of our departments to make sure that we had enough nursing to take on the floor, right? So surgery was closed at a certain time. So really, we, from a marketing perspective, we were really trying to work closely with our operators to say, how do we not overwhelm our staff in bringing a lot of people in, but also how do we make sure the community is aware that we're open? So if there are COVID patients, we have an ED that could take care of them. But then at the same time, when that slowed down, was like, okay, what services are we going to focus now and how do we grow it, right? So it was just a shift of like, when you open a hospital, you see a little bit of a ramp go up. We kind of saw it up and then it went down and then we went back up. So,
oh my gosh, I can't imagine you're opening a hospital right in the middle of COVID. Then all of a sudden, you're inundated with patients.
Yeah.
That had to have been tough.
Yeah.
Your job, again, you started in marketing. How many positions have you had at Texas Health Mansfield up to now?
So when I was a marketing manager, and then I became the director of business development, and then from there I became chief operating officer.
You're a young person.
I
know you're a 40 under 40. I know you're at least under 40. I'm not going to ask your age. You're for a vice president and a COO of a major hospital. Are you the youngest vice president, COO in Mansfield?
I believe so.
When you were growing up, let's go back to young Karen. Did you always think that you were going to be a leader in the community? This, by the way, is now our 40 under 40 interview. So, did you feel that when I grow up, I want to be an executive. I want to be a leader. I want to make a difference.
No. I mean, I didn't think I was going to be an executive, and I never saw myself being in business. I think me being a pastor's kid and growing up in a very religious home, I always saw myself being involved in a community in a capacity to serve, right? I honestly always wanted to be a doctor.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because everything throughout my life pointed me to where I am right now, in the sense of being able to work with people and grow people. And, so I think that now that I look back, my journey was exactly where it was supposed to go. But I think it was the plan all along. It just wasn't my original plan.
Tell me about a typical day of Carine Moura's work day.
Oh, man. My assistant's here, so she could probably give you a I would tell you it's busy. I think being over operations, you definitely, there's not a day that's the same, Steve. I get days that I really get to connect with the team. Today, I went rounding. We call it rounding, where I go to every department and I check everybody. And it's probably one of my favorite things to do because I get to really see the team and see how they're doing. But then there's those days that you have meetings after meetings after meetings, which is necessary. And those are the days that I'm very grateful for the team that I have, that as I am getting things done in my office, the atmosphere out there, it's still where it's supposed to be. So.
Tell me about your biggest challenge.
My biggest challenge? Ooh, space management.
Space management.
Yes.
Define space management to the person who doesn't know what that is.
So it's actually a good problem, but it's a problem. So we are outgrowing our hospital, which is a great thing. It's absolutely a great thing. But, as we're continuing to grow, I wish, Steve, and maybe if we can figure out this idea, we'll a button where it can just build a whole office.
Okay.
Like a whole building for us. But that's not really the case. So really sometimes it is understanding the community is growing, the hospital is growing, our team is growing, our physicians are growing. So having enough space to make sure that we're serving everything. And that's my job is as strategies are coming along, I need to make sure that we have the physical space to make it happen.
Sure.
So I feel like sometimes it's playing, a game of like moving pieces and making sure that I have everything ready to go.
Is there enough land around the hospital to where you can expand?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually a lot of my time right now is construction.
Oh.
So we currently have 3 construction projects that are underway. And I have really enjoyed learning from my contractors and understanding how do we build spaces that are really focused on patient care. Mm-hmm. So from opening our new operating room, our hybrid operating room, and then also expanding our women's wing, and then also growing our outpatient. So that's part of my role too, is figuring out what do we grow, right? Construction. How do we make sure that we're growing with the community?
Speaking of operating room, the Da Vinci robot is really cool.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Did you get to see it?
I got to play with it.
Oh.
You and I believe it was the Chamber of Commerce hosted an event.
Yeah.
What?
It was like a few years ago.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was a while ago. and part of that was here, play with the Da Vinci, and you're looking at the computer screen, and you've got the two handles that you're running back and forth, and one of them it's almost like the game that you see in restaurants where almost like a crane comes down and grabs the toy and puts it into the chute for you to win. And it makes me wonder, are doctors actually kind of looking at it like this surgery is actually kind of like a video game?
We might have to ask them, but I would tell you that robot is fascinating, you know, and for me, I'm not a clinician, but one of the things that I love doing is actually spending time in the OR and watching a few cases. And it's really amazing to see how technology has grown and how our physicians are able to utilize it to just, create and increase the quality of care that we receive. So I'm glad that you remember how it works. You explained it so well.
Absolutely. So you, as an executive, you are able to go sit in on surgeries
and I was doing that when I was a manager and director of the facility as well. I think that as a business person, I really try to bridge the gap, right? And understand a little bit about what are our nurses and our doctors and our providers like, what are the tools we're providing them and what's their experience? Mm-hmm. And I always found the operating room very fascinating with the technology they offer. Whenever I have time, we call it a bunny suit. A bunny suit's like basically because I'm not really wearing scrubs, so it's basically a suit that I put over to make sure that I have everything that I need to watch the cases.
Let's talk about, because I know an executive, you don't really have hours.
What?
The hospital's 24/7. You know that.
That's true.
And let's talk about work-life balance. What do you? I follow you on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I know that you went on vacation recently.
I did.
To another country.
I did.
So there is work-life balance in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about daily work-life balance. Do you? Is there such a thing in your life?
I think there's seasons. I think that budget season for us it's a lot. But I'll tell you, what makes me have my work-life balance has improved, which is crazy, right? You think you'll go the opposite way. But I'll tell you, hiring the right team really makes that difference. Because once you trust a team to take care of things while you're on vacation, that's something that, for me, it gives me that peace whenever I go home. I would tell you, one thing that makes me very happy every day is the ability for me to walk my dog.
Yeah.
And I know it's silly, but...
What kind of dog do you have?
So she's half husky and half Australian cattle dog. I adopted her from the Fulworth Animal Shelter. Mm-hmm. And she is... I just love that dog. Her name's Sky. If anybody knows me personally, they know Sky is my girl.
So if it's a husky, it's a fairly large dog.
She's 55 pounds. So is that like a medium size?
Yeah, it's medium.
Large? Okay.
Yeah. Ours is a 75 pounds.
Oh, okay. So she's definitely not.
She's a biggie. Yeah.
But what makes me happy is if at least I get to go home and walk my dog. And it's not a short walk, it's a long walk. So for me, that's what wholeness means to me, is being able to do that with my dog. However, when you talk about like some of the things that I'm doing outside at work. I'm really trying to get into fitness. I actually go to Alloyd Fitness Center here. It's a new personal training gym. Love it. I love everybody there. So they've been very flexible. What I love about them is that when things don't work in my schedule, they change things for me, and they're able to customize everything with the flexibility that I have. And then eating better, and then also spending time with loved ones. My mom lives in Fort Worth. My brother lives here in Mansfield. And I think that it really helps me when I get to just laugh with my family and friends.
Let's go back in time.
Okay. You're just taking me back and forth. I love it.
I'm going back. I'm going back. Okay. So current day Karen is now face to face with 10-year-old Karen. What advice would you give her?
I would tell her not to be so hard on herself.
Were you hard on yourself at 10 years old?
I'm hard on myself right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm 30. Okay. So yeah, I know that. Yes, I'm 30. But I think that for me, I'm somebody that I always strive for excellence, and that doesn't mean perfection. It just means that I like going above and beyond. And I think when I was little, I was always thinking about the next step. And I think I would tell Karen that everything's going to be fine. Just keep working hard and don't be so hard on yourself.
Where is Carine Moura going to be in 5 years from now?
Oh, that's a question. I will really like to be a facility CEO. I definitely want to follow the steps of my mentor, Kenneth, and Yulani. She is absolutely amazing. So career-wise, that's where I want to be in 5 years. But I also, personally, I think in 5 years, I really want to figure out, how to develop more hobbies. How to figure this out. I'm trying to learn how to play pickleball. I'm not that good, but I'm trying to learn.
It's not terribly difficult.
I guess not. You just got to practice.
It's like ping pong and
Yes.
tennis.
I definitely want to be better at golf. So there's just things that, as I get older, I really want to make sure that I'm spending a lot of time with my loved ones and also developing more hobbies.
I always like to conclude these interviews, the 40 under 40 interviews, with what's called an open mic. Okay. This is your opportunity to give any shout outs, any thanks, any motivational minutes, or whatever's on your mind. Carine Moura, the microphone is yours.
I think that I really like to spend this time thanking a few people, if that's okay with you.
Thank them.
First, I want to thank my boss and the executive team. We have a great team at Texas South Mansfield, and, it wouldn't be the same with the leadership that we have, and also our directors and managers at our facility. I thank them a lot because every day we get to do what we do because of the great people that are there leading the facility. But also I want to thank the community because, as you just talked about, we open in a really vulnerable time.
Right.
We opened during COVID, and the community really opened, really let us open with open arms. I guess did I say that wrong?
Sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. People get what I'm trying to say, I guess. But
the community welcomed you with open arms.
Thank you. You see, we're talking about, how I know how to speak English. But the community just really supported us. And through all those times when we were growing, we're about to be 5 years old in a month. So
will there be a celebration?
There will be a celebration.
That I'm invited to?
You know what, Chaz, let's make sure that we ask Steve. But, reflecting on the last 5 years, we couldn't be where we are without the community and the support. So I am very blessed, and our hospital is very blessed with the amount of support that we have gotten in our facility. And I just want to personally thank all of you guys. It's been awesome. And then, when we're talking about 40 under 40, I've been so honored to be part of that class. But I would say, my development has really come from a lot of mentorship in our community, and also mentorship in my, in my company, but also, my family and that support. So I want to thank them as well.
Everyone who sits in that seat, who goes through these interviews, goes also through what's called the lightning round.
Ooh. Okay.
And you have displayed a sense of humor.
Oh man!
Through this, so if you don't mind, it's a very simple exercise of this or that.
Okay. I'm ready.
And there are only 10 of them, and I don't have them in front of me, so I'm just making these up.
I'm ready.
But we're going to start, as we always do with everyone, night or day.
Night.
Netflix or movie theater?
Netflix.
Country or rock and roll?
Country.
Bro country.
Yeah. Good clarification.
Soup or salad?
Soup.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
City or country?
Country.
Final question, and it's not a this or that. It is, what's your favorite ice cream?
Cotton candy. I know. It's the child in me. I love cotton candy ice cream. And it's great because I buy it at home and no one touches it.
Bluebell?
Anything. I just go to H-E-B and whatever's available.
Cotton candy. She's never heard of paella.
No.
And loves cotton candy. It's
yes.
All right. Congratulations on 40 under 40.
Thank you.
And thank you for being a part of the long form interview.
Of course.
And congratulations on what a tremendous career. You admitted to being 30.
Yep.
You are the vice president of a major hospital, and that's very, very commendable.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations again on 40 under 40.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here, and I had a lot of fun. So thank you.
Coming up next week on About Mansfield, we will talk in studio with a local Mansfield-based author who has a new book coming out next month, and you'll just have to tune in to find out who it is. It's a good one. In the meantime, this is the place where you will hear the latest Mansfield news, talk, and information. Until then, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, engage, connect, amplify, elevate, celebrate, embrace, explore, share, love, or support this podcast if you haven't already so you never miss an episode. It's free and it's easy. Head on over to our website, aboutmansfield.com. On there, the homepage, enter your email address. We will never, ever, ever, ever send you any spam. My promise to you.
About Mansfield is recorded at Podcast Mansfield Recording Studio. Hosts Steve Casillo and Colleen Daniel. Moment with the Mayor, Michael Evans. Methodist Mansfield News to Know, Angel Biasatti. Home Services Advice of the Week, Todd Cleveland. Cultural Arts Calendar, Tim Roberts. Cocktail of the Week, Brian Certain. Post-production editing, mixing, and mastering, Steve Casillo and Andrew Miner.
This podcast is copyrighted by Podcast Mansfield Recording Studio, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any use of this podcast without prior written consent is strictly prohibited. We thank you all for listening. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Steve Casillo, and this is About Mansfield.